was like,
Well, welcome to the DHC Sports Show.
why are you on twice?
Yeah, I don't know. Ed has obviously well, now he hasn't, but he had cloned himself at least temporarily. Welcome to the DHC Sports Show. I am the slob, also known as the Prospector, and with me tonight we have at least 4 of the 5 that cared to show up on time, even if some of us are live on location at man, that looks really, really familiar. I don't know. Some park.
Oh, that's it.
That is awesome.
That is awesome right there.
So we have the mayor, we have Mr. Dad Hat himself, Ed Rivera, and we've got the influencer. How are you guys tonight?
Doing well.
Good. And let's see. We're on. We're right in the middle of Profit Palooza. So how's Profit Palooza going, Mr. Influencer?
It's going well. Game number 6. We're in Durham at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park and heading to Myrtle Beach tomorrow. So I haven't seen a game at Myrtle Beach. I've been to the team store, so be curious to see what that
look who decided to show up.
Oh, look.
Guys, I made a terrible mistake.
Everybody's in the wild, Patrick.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what you're talking about.
See, I was going to go to the Trash Panda game just to, kind of see a few of my friends and go. But I ran into a longtime friend, and he bought me drinks. So, I'm not by my computer. I don't have the slides with me. So, this is going to be a fun episode tonight, guys.
Can you repeat everything that you said again, please? Just in that exact same order.
In the same order?
Yeah.
I was saying it's I went to the game and it's some guy bought me drinks. I don't have my slides in front of me, so it's gonna be a fun episode.
Well, at least you got your memory still with you.
I want to hear him keep saying slides because he's got to get
slides.
Slide.
Yes. All right. Well, let's see. What do we have tonight? Well, let's start out with what we're wearing and what we're drinking. So let's start. I'm going to start at the bottom of the screen. Mr. Dad Hat, what are you wearing and what are you drinking tonight, good sir? You're on silent.
Muted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just want to remind you that you're on silent.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
What
are you drinking?
Not drinking anything else. It was a Mountain Dew earlier, but I am wearing a brand new hat that I just purchased.
Very nice. Well, don't worry, Virgil had your drink for you. So
I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Let's get a good look at that hat. Let's see what we got. Ooh, well, he's not showing it, so that doesn't work. Yeah, he'll just keep laughing. Okay. That's
it's because it's loud. We're having a discussion of how loud it is, so we don't want to be too loud for you guys.
Well, that's so thoughtful of you.
That's a speaker right behind his head.
Yeah, and we can hear you when you both have your speakers on. So
I don't like your attitude. Okay.
You what?
I do not appreciate your attitude.
I'm gonna need for you to calm down, sunshine. So let's see.
I think they need to go to separate foul poles so we don't hear the feedback.
Yeah, well, I don't know. These two are getting really to be bosom buddies, so I don't know if I like this. But
I could go back to the left field foul pole where I just got a home run ball about 3 innings ago.
That's the same place where I got one.
Hey, look at there. Sneak attack. Look at Joe.
Wait a second.
No, that's me.
Yeah. Where's Joe Profit?
Don't tell Joe you're putting him on here because he's not consenting to that. Just like he didn't consent to the photograph that
the most anticipated guest.
He's like, I heard that.
The most anticipated guest in baseball history.
Well, he got sneak attacked by the girl for the social media for Highwire Brewing the other day. She came in and took a picture of him at the bar getting ready to order another beer. and posted on social media
That's
about
what
their
happens when you're a
Monday,
celebrity.
events. Oh yeah,
That,
That
what's
was a
up,
cool
Mike?
shot, though.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
Sales tripled that day.
Donnie, Mike's taking shots at you.
Oilers?
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's
No,
a
he's
Panther
not.
fan like you.
No,
Calm
he's
down,
not.
Mike. Calm down, Mike. Calm down.
Uh-oh. And then, what's up, Phil? Mr. Influencer, what are you wearing and what are you drinking tonight, sir?
I am driving, so I'm not drinking anything.
Good for you.
I did have gelati, the famous thing that everybody got in Durham last year. I did not have it because I already had my ice cream for the day, but I did get the cotton candy gelati, which was excellent. So good choice on that. And I am wearing a Durham Bulls Velcro hat.
Very nice. And Tom says hi from the wind surge game where you'd be about 95% of the time.
Oh, sorry, Tom. Tom, are they losing? If they're not, they're going to blow the game in the 9th inning. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. My fault, didn't mean to say that out loud.
Dang.
No,
Curly tied over here, 6-6 in the 9th.
No
6-6
one
in the
is.
9th?
No one is in our seats because Zach had a couple regular season games tonight. So, Tom, if you want our seats, I know the game's already an hour old, but you can sit in our seats if you're not already.
So you know a guy?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Well, I would ask Mr. Producer what he's wearing, but he is driving, and I don't know if he could even get through telling us what he was wearing and what he was drinking. We already know what he drank.
Well,
So, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Tonight I am wearing the Winston-Salem Dash Hat, their old logo with the ball with the cloud of dust.
The purple one?
Which, of course,
that's Donnie's nickname.
Purple Hawaiian shirt with it. And tonight I had a
cloud of dust
bullpen IPA from Straight Dale.
So you're drinking trash. Okay, we got that. That's fantastic.
Oh no,
yes.
Straight to Ale, that's fantastic.
I heard IPA.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all I needed to hear.
But it's from
IPA,
Straight to
that's
Ale,
all I
so
need to
it's
hear.
absolutely fantastic.
Hey, Virgil, I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt just for you, buddy.
I appreciate that. I'm glad that stuck with you.
It's a Virgil staple.
And Donnie wore one on Saturday. It's a good one that Virgil has, but I really want to try to get one.
Yeah, the Cannonballers Cheerwine Hawaiian shirt.
The results one? Oh, wait a minute. And then
no,
we got some other ones. Let's see. We got Phil saying Anna got cotton candy shaved ice at the Rome game. So go figure. Okay. I was just in Rome.
Missed that Dash logo though.
Look, it's my burner account. What's up, Joe?
What's up, Joe?
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for joining us tonight. Mr. Mayor, what are you wearing and what are you drinking?
So I'm wearing, I'm doing all dad hats the rest of this week since Father's Day is coming up on Monday. So this is the week of dad hats for dads. Tonight I broke out in honor of.
It's Sunday. Father's Day is on Sunday, not Monday.
Yeah, but this is going to run all the way through the week until Sunday.
Okay, baby, do you, boo? Do you?
It's a week's worth of dad hats in honor of Sunday's Father's Day. So anyway,
until Sunday,
do you, boo? Do you?
I am. I always do. So in honor of
at least he made a decision. So
exactly in honor of Myrtle Beach getting the vote they needed to continue baseball in Myrtle Beach for the next 30 years from Horry County and the city of Myrtle Beach. I went with the Pelicans. Dad, I love this one with the Pelican with the state of South Carolina behind it. I wish the Fireflies would do one just like this. And then also rocking the Pelicans baseball T-shirt. So all about Pelicans tonight, supporting them.
Not because it's going to be Prophet Palooza there tomorrow?
Oh, that's just another part of it.
That's fine. We don't have to come on Friday. I mean, what's up, Virgil? Hi, Virgil. How are you?
Hey, I wish I could come down there with you guys because I'd love to go see a game at Myrtle Beach and at Charleston again.
Well, we'll be there tomorrow, so come join us.
Yeah, I got to work tomorrow, actually. So
work during the day. Come for the game at the night.
Oh, and what
And
I'm drinking.
tonight-
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Yeah, what are you drinking?
This is actually a can of some beers that we picked up to ship back to Wichita. I grabbed one of
What? You're
Good Morning
drinking my
Vietnam. Yes, I am drinking your beer. Good Morning Vietnam from Wooden Robot. This is a very fantastic coffee vanilla blonde ale that Joe had one of these at the brewery on Saturday, and I did too. This is my favorite beer by Wooden Robot, and so we picked up a 6-pack so we could ship some back to Wichita at the end of the week, and so that's what I'm having tonight.
Very good. Well, tonight,
And yes,
I
Phil,
am
the
drinking-
Fireflies Grits logo T-shirt does have the state outline on it. I just wish they'd do a hat for the Firefly with this in the powder blue.
And tonight I am drinking green tea, and I am wearing the batting practice hat for the Houston Astros. So
It's a bullshit
that is
hat.
what I'm. You what?
That's random. That's random.
Yeah, it is.
It's a garbage
It's called the
hat.
first one I found when I got home. It's called the first one that I found when I got home.
No, you know
And
you
I'm
got
telling
like
you-
600 or 700 more on the bed. Don't even lie.
Yeah, I probably have about 200 just behind me. You aren't even kidding.
How did that end up at the front of the
Yeah.
line then?
Huh?
Oh, and by the
How
way,
did
When I
that
was cleaning. When I was
this
cleaning.
this year is also sponsored by Metamucil for Donnie.
Dang, the old guy stuff today, man. Y'all
no,
are
it's sponsored by the Civil War History Museum. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, so speaking
into
of
a comedy
sponsors
show.
tonight, yeah, I was gonna say tonight we're actually sponsored by Old Fort Baseball Co.
Now we need an eyes check for Donnie. He can't even work the camera.
Say baseball. Or the
Oh my
basketball.
word! No,
I-
he's
I
going
moved
in.
my
in his
camera up
defense,
here.
He's going in on the Old Fort. So, if you use the code Dad Hat, you can get 15% off your entire order. Yes, Brett, if you're listening, your entire order. And again, that's code Dad Hat. And if you're into stickers, Donnie, I don't know if you have any of the stickers available, but normally the sticker club goes for $6 a month. Well, if you use code DHC, you can get that for 50% off, or Ed. Okay, he was just kidding. For $3 a month. That's right,
Yep.
Ed. Way to go. That's good math, Ed. Way to go. I'm proud of you. So again, code DHC to be part of the sticker club for $3 a month. $3 instead of $6. So a really, really good deal. And we thank Logan for being a sponsor, and we really appreciate all that Old Fort Baseball Co. does to sponsor this show, because this is a very well run, air-free outfit, because that's just what we do. We are very, very professional.
Happy birthday
So
to
how about
Phil,
we
by
go?
the way.
How about we go for the opposite of that and talk about? I want to get your thoughts on Major League Baseball acquiring a minor stake in John Boy Media. We all know Ed's love for John Boy Media and all of its subsidiaries. So, Ed, what do you think about? Are you thrilled that Major League Baseball has taken a minority stake in John Boy? And are you excited about all the new content we're going to see from them?
Yeah, fuck John Boy Media, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? Let's start with that.
Sure. Yeah.
And then second of all, the only reason why they purchased, because all they do is nothing but hate Yankee love and then everybody else. So that's the only reason why they got it, because they got to get another big fucking, media company that loves the Yankees and hates everybody else. Congratulations, Major League Baseball. Thank you for alienating everybody else.
Mike, no, this is actually like an AI representation of Ed. That's just speaking on his behalf. We've been trying out AI on the DHC Sports Show, so it's not actually Ed. And you can tell because of how well he and Eric are getting along, because it's too scary to think that these two are actually such bosom buddies. But I digress.
Don't you be hating?
Huh?
Don't you be hating?
I'm not hating. Have you had something to drink, Ed?
Oh shit! I wish. I'm not driving.
Oh, okay. Well, Anyways, Eric, what do you think?
Woohoo! I mean,
Well, that's
pretty
that's
much
quite the
exactly what
reaction. I've never heard you do that.
Thanks.
You what?
Listen. Yes. Michael, yes. The same thought as Ed. Why would they do that? I mean, it's pointless. I don't get why they would. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But then again, nothing MLB does make sense.
I mean,
Well,
I guess
Donnie,
they're
as a
trying to
Yankees-
reach whatever social media out or social media amount of people that they have and stuff like that. But again, I don't understand why you would support them financially in any way just for that. I mean, they're already doing the content as it is. So why do you need to like give them money to and more access, I guess?
What's funny now is that Chris Rose is technically back at MLB Network.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the part that surprises me is because of the fact that MLB already has their own network. So why do they need to purchase a stake in
Exactly.
another? Yeah, in another outlet. They already have the MLB.TV. They already have MLB Network. They have deals with Apple TV. They have deals with other streaming platforms. So I don't personally understand the need for it. Virgil, what about you? Any thoughts?
Think about the people that John Boy reaches versus what MLB Network reaches. I feel
Yeah,
like it's
good point.
two different groups. Because
Yeah.
I don't completely understand why, because I think there is some overlap with that. But at the same time, I think I'm not entirely too sure it's going to be beneficial to MLB because I feel like John Boy is mostly New York centric. Like they don't really focus on around the U.S. as much as they do mostly New York. I mean, I know New York is a big market for them, but still, I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
I think it's a good point though that MLB is always trying to reach a younger audience, right? Because there were the rule changes to try to get casual fans back, but like them or not, there is a younger set that does pay attention to John Boy Media. They would not have the reach that they do if people weren't watching them. So for better or worse, people are watching them. So maybe MLB is trying to get a slice of that action. I don't know.
Mostly worse.
Well,
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
Why didn't they go with Barstool Sports, who have more of a bigger reach in other places? And don't get me wrong, I fucking hate Barstool Sports, but that made more sense to me than John Boy.
Because, in my opinion, Barstool is still has a problematic fan group versus John Boy.
Yeah, I think the demographic that John Boy Media has is probably part of the reason they went for that.
Yeah. Ed and Eric, are you sharing the same room in the same bed?
Yes.
Yes, spooning.
I figured. Then
And
done
even
that.
though Ed's 6'9", I'm the big spoon.
Got it.
Okay.
Fantastic. I want to get into the road to Omaha. What a set of results in the Super Regionals over the weekend. Cool stat. I think this is the first time that since 1957, if I remember correctly, that a team that no teams that participated in last year's College World Series are back in it this year. I think it's the first time since 1957 that's happened.
You're correct.
Some amazing, some incredible results. What was and we're gonna we'll get into the matchups for the Men's College World Series.
Drunk producer said it was correct.
You what? I heard him. Thank you very much. But what was the biggest surprise to you guys? And what are your thoughts on the overall field? And what was your biggest surprise? Because there were a few surprises in the Super Regionals.
I mean, I was a little surprised that North Carolina got knocked out because I thought they were a pretty solid team. I mean, Murray State was a surprise that they beat Duke, but I'm glad because it's kind of cool to see a team with that background and that level make it in there and maybe do something. I mean, it's doubtful that they will do much going very far, but anything's possible. So I'm looking forward to it. Outside of that, I don't know that any of them were really too surprising. I mean, it wasn't a shocker to me that anybody specifically lost or won a series. There's just a few that I thought would have won that didn't. But all the super regionals were solid teams.
Yeah. I mean, other than the Murray State one, I'm with you. I think Arizona beating North Carolina was a bit surprising.
I was just going to say, North Carolina and Duke losing, that surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
they both were solid.
Note, I'm so happy for Murray State to make it to the College World Series. That's, if I remember searching right, is this their first trip to the College World Series?
Correct.
Awesome. And
Drunk producer said it was correct.
Thank you, Mr. Dad Hat.
Mike,
and then Coastal Carolina making it. Virgil, go ahead.
Not the fact that they made it, but Coastal Carolina sweeping Auburn really surprised me. I thought that was going to go 3 games.
Yeah, Coastal's been a solid team all year.
Yeah. I mean, isn't their catcher he's up for at least one, like the National Catcher of the Year, right? Like he's up for, wasn't he a semifinalist for the Golden Spikes Award? So they've got.
Yeah, Coastal has been really underseeded, in my opinion. Like them being a 13 kind of shocked a lot of people, including me. They could have made a case of being a top 8 seed, but still the fact that they went into Auburn and completely beat them the way they did, I think that's kind of shows the pedigree of what Coastal Carolina is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been a solid program for a long time. Sorry, go ahead, Patrick.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, I think Mike brings up a good point. And I think I already know what Ed's going to say, but you think with the results that have taken place, is SEC baseball overrated? Because only 2 get into the
down to just baseball.
Overall,
Every sport.
And it's interesting how the seedings took place because in the next games is going to be LSU and Arkansas, so it's going to be an all SEC matchup. So at least another SEC team is going to be eliminated.
Good, should be all of them.
Well, my response. My burner said it best. Go Tigers. Anyways.
I'm honestly just shocked that Clemson isn't in and winning 197-0.
I agree with you. I mean, Clemson I don't know what happened to them in the later part of the season. I don't know if they started reading their own press clippings or what.
It was you there in California trying to tell them they were actually good.
I didn't say anything. I was just enjoying what I was seeing.
Actually, I think you guys are sleeping on the fact that it was the banana ball that killed them.
I don't know about that.
Another team that I felt kind of quietly made their way in was Louisville. I mean, I know it kind of started in the regionals with beating Vanderbilt, making it out of that, out of the regional, out of that Nashville regional. But they kind of quietly made their way in too. I mean, I haven't heard a whole lot about them this year, but that's maybe just me. But I mean,
well, Louisville actually, I don't think they actually played Vanderbilt because Wright State did that for them.
Right. Oh, did they? Okay.
So so they kind of. I'm not going to say sneaked in because Miami's still a good team, but yeah, they did not have to play. They didn't have to play the number 1 seed at all.
You are right about that. So, Wright State.
And I did not know that
game.
Yeah. Well,
the fact that Louisville is the only ACC team in there is a little bit surprising to me. Like Ed said, I mean, North Carolina and Duke, either or both of them should have been in there, and then Clemson just crapped the bed in their regional to not even get to the super regional. So we'll see what happens. I mean, the way I see it right now, I think Coastal probably is in the driver's seat in bracket 1, surprisingly, and LSU maybe in the bracket 2.
LSU against Arkansas scares me. Arkansas is a good team.
Yeah.
If they can make it through that, I don't know. But I mean, who do you think's the overall favorite, to win it all based on who's left? I mean, as we've seen, anything can happen, but who would you say has the edge right now?
Arkansas.
That's fair.
It's Arkansas to me.
Donnie, what about you? Virgil, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute. It's Arkansas for me. They've really had the easiest region so far. LSU struggled against Little Rock, which I think a lot of people are kind of neglecting, because Little Rock was a losing record team. So they struggled against a team like that. Arkansas really did not have a problem. They beat Creighton, no problem. They beat, I think they played Kansas at some point. But yeah, I think Arkansas is probably going to win that series.
Fair enough.
I could see that.
Donnie, what about you?
I'm kind of similar. I think the LSU Arkansas game is going to determine bracket 2, because I don't think UCLA or Murray State really have what it takes to advance very far. And then, like I said, in bracket 1, I put my money on Coastal. Although Arizona kind of shocked North Carolina, and Oregon State. I mean, I guess you shouldn't sleep on them either. But I think it's going to be Coastal and Oregon State maybe in that game 6. And I don't know. I'm pulling for Coastal. I think they have a shot at running through it pretty good too. I could see Coastal and Arkansas playing for championship.
We can see him. He's alive.
I'm back. For me, I like Coastal. I think Arizona is going to be the hardest team in that region to beat. Honestly, with the way Murray State has played, because I don't know if you guys have been following their games as close as I have, but they've had to come back twice. They had to come back against Ole Miss, and then Duke, they cut their lead into 2 runs, and they still found a way to come back and beat them. That Murray State team, I would not be surprised if they win a game in the College World Series.
I was actually just about to say that. I mean, I'm not going to say that with who they've beaten already, because Murray State has not had an easy route to where they've come from.
No, they had to beat Ole Miss twice.
Yeah, they had to beat Ole Miss twice, and Duke is no pushover. And I think that Duke Duke had a pretty good season for their baseball team. Now, you guys would know better than I am whether they're historically a powerhouse Duke in baseball, but I thought they had a pretty decent team this year, and to even though it went to a 3rd game, to play where they did. I mean, they're on the road, right? I mean, they had to, they were in Durham for the Super Regional, so to go and do that to Duke, I thought was really impressive. So
Duke's had a good team. I mean, they were able to. I don't think they played Ole Miss at all. I think they avoided Ole Miss because Murray State beat Ole Miss in the 1st round.
Yeah.
That's kind of another team that they never played the 1 seed.
Well, I mean, Murray State did. Murray State beat them in the opening game, right? And then they played them in the final elimination in the regional.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. At least I got one of those matchups right. And in that bracket too, I'd argue that UCLA is the weakest team in that pool based on current form. I know I sound
well. See, UCLA is another team that benefited from a team beating a higher seed because they played UTSA, and UTSA is not a bad team by any means. Like, they beat Texas at Austin. Like, not a lot of teams can say that, but ultimately, when it comes down to it, they did not have to play the number 2 seed.
Hey, they have my respect. They put Schlossnagle out of the they eliminated Schlossnagle's team, so I can't be too mad at them. But this is this is UCLA's first appearance since they, what was it, 2016 when they were national champions, and this is their first appearance in the College World Series since then. It was either 2015 or 2016.
You got me already looking up stuff. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Well, I mean, you are the producer. I mean, I'm just a slob. What can I do?
You know what? This is true. This is true. I should have prepared for this.
I mean, I've been trying. Listen, I just got home from a business trip, and I'm trying to hold this thing together. While the other two are having a love session in at the Durham Bulls Stadium.
Don't say that. I don't need to hear that.
I'm just saying, calling a spade a spade.
Right, fair enough. Let's see. UCLA's last appearance was 2013.
Was it? Oh, it was 2013. Okay, and that was the year they won it all, I believe.
Believe so.
Yeah, I believe they were national champs that year. I read that somewhere. I wish I could say that I just had that natural knowledge, but I don't. But,
I believe you do.
Bracket 1, I would say Oregon State is the strongest team in bracket 1, and obviously Oregon State's been has been a powerhouse over the last 10 to 15 years in baseball. So, they won at least 3 national championships in the last 10 to 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would not sleep on Arizona. I think Arizona.
Yeah. I wouldn't sleep on Coastal Carolina either.
Yeah, Arizona's a team that I would not be surprised if you see them in the final. Honestly, do I think that they'll make it? Possibly. I think it's Oregon State's to lose at that top region. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: do you think Arizona has some good juju because they introduced powder blue jerseys this season?
I mean, powder blue is like the way to go.
I mean, listen, those are some sharp jerseys. So they actually got me to get a hat that had that jersey word mark on it. So I actually have an Arizona hat with it's almost like a jersey word mark 5950. So,
but Patrick, as much as I love the fact that you're doing the show, I gotta take over now.
Well, that's what the people want anyway. So I will happily.
Talking about powder blue, we've got to talk about the new 4th of July hats that came out.
Well, Mr. Producer, you're going to take your rightful place at the top, and you can take over.
So, of course, for those who have seen it, a lot of teams have released 4th of July hats. And while I am not the biggest fan of American flag hats, the fact that they made it powder blue, some of them are kind of nice.
This is the hijack, Michael.
This is a hijack. This is a completely hijack. I've come back. I'm taking over. This is Big Bracket Daddy's time.
Big Bracket Daddy's like, get out the way, Mr. Slob.
Yeah, Mike, I'm just a slob. I don't have any say in this.
But I'm curious what you guys have. I don't know if you guys have seen all the hats or not, but I'm curious if there's any of them that you saw them and was like, that's actually pretty good. Not all of them translate well, but I think some of them do.
And I don't know why it stuck out to me, but go ahead, Donnie. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to – no, you go ahead. I was going to say just real quickly, the only thing I have a problem with the Yankees is always just the NY and the flags inside the NY. There's nothing spectacular about it. But some of the other teams do a better job, I think, with alternate logos on this hat.
Mike, thanks for your service, first of all. Phil says they're nice except for the white ribbon above the brim.
A lot of people are not liking the rope, which
but so many hats have ropes these days. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me.
It's a thing. That's why they're doing it. It's a popular thing.
I at first did not like it, but it's starting to grow on me a lot.
So at least it doesn't clash with the hat. At least they've tried to make it work with it. But my opinion is if you don't like the rope, just don't get the hat. I mean, I've seen people just letting it bother them way too much, in my opinion. If you don't like it, that's absolutely fine. But would I have added it? No, but I mean, they did. One of the ones that stuck out to me, there were a couple, but one was, I don't know why I like the Binghamton Rumble Ponies one. but it just works for me. I don't know why.
That was a surprise to me because usually when that logo has anything like Stars and Stripes added to it, it looks terrible. But I don't know what they've done with it, but that's actually pretty fire.
Yeah, that's the one that's the first one that stuck out to me was Binghamton. I'm going to the other ones just to see.
Yeah, it seems
are
like I mean the thing is there's not a lot of teams doing them, at least not according to the MILB site. I don't know if some teams just haven't released them on there or
with the Rocket City one, I'm glad that it was the RC instead of the Trash Panda one because in my opinion, the Trash Panda one looks terrible, Stars and Stripes, but the RC one, that's such a better look.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see here what the
in chat. What do you guys think? Is there one that stands out to you? I do like the. I don't know why. I like the ones that have like relatively newer logos. I like the Fayetteville one, and I like Chattanooga as well. Chattanooga works really well.
Yeah, Fayetteville was one that kind of caught my eye, and Chattanooga. I mean, if it's the eye logo, right?
Yes,
it's the it's the C with the eyes. Yeah,
it has the flag in the C.
You can't complain about that one. That one's such a
that one. That one's kind of seamless because
anything can work with that.
Some of the logos to me are just too busy, or they're not really suited for the flag itself. Now, Lake Elsinore, the flag inside the eyes, that one's pretty sweet right there. I like that.
Well, I always like everything
kind of
with the storm.
Sneaky good.
Yeah, I like everything with the storm. So for me, it's hard for them to mess it up.
Yeah, the Montgomery one is pretty cool with the biscuit looking out around the M and the flag inside the M. Las Vegas is pretty clean look. Like the West Michigan Whitecaps, that thing's just too busy. It's got too much going on. They tried to put the flag in the wave. I think they'd have done better if they'd have left the wave and put the flag in the baseball.
I think what hurts Western Michigan is that there's really not a secondary logo, if you think about
it.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Right. By the way, Joe, what do you think of the Canada Day hat? I'm curious about your thoughts.
The other one I'm not a big fan of is the Myrtle Beach one because the pelican beak, it has the flag. It just looks funny.
Yeah. I can understand that.
But hey, while we're talking about that, how about some Northwood Leagues update?
Oh, yes, I would enjoy that.
So, of course, I am tracking Northwood Leagues games to see how we are doing. And let me see if anything's final as of today. Nothing is final as of today. So, as of yesterday, here are our standings. Patrick, with the Madison Mallards, is first place with an 8-5 record. But second place, not that far behind with a 9-6 record, is the Wausau Woodchucks. We're going to come up and beat you. It's going to happen.
No, you got to get some games canceled so that way you can keep
You're right. The fact that the games have not been canceled has caused the problem. Third place, we have Donnie with the Kalamazoo Growlers at 8-6. And I wish he was on to hear this. But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Profit and the Traverse City Bitspitters are no longer in last place. He is 8. He is 8-7. They are on a 4-game win streak currently. 8-7, fourth place, which means Mr. Dad Hat himself, Ed Rivera, with the Kenosha Kingfish, are at 7-8.
And not only are Traverse City on a 4-game win streak, they're 7-3 in the last 10 games. So
yes, they have turned it on right now. So currently in our games, Madison Mallards are down 8-3 against the Rockford Rivets in the top of the 8th. The bottom of the 7th, Green Bay and Traverse City are tied 5-5. Then we've got the Kalamazoo Growlers against the Kenosha Kingfish right now, and Growlers are up 3-1. And then the bottom of the 7th, we have the Wausau Woodchucks against the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, and the Woodchucks are up 5-4. So I'll be keeping an eye on those and see if we can update that before the show ends. But currently, congratulations to Eric. He is not last place.
And shout out to Lynn. Her comments aren't showing up on the chat here, but she's commenting on my Facebook feed of this. That she says she's been driving all day, so she stopped for a little bit watching. So how's it going, Lynn?
Nice to have Lynn join. Where's she coming from?
Let us know, Lynn, where you're at. I know you've been out in Colorado area. So,
Lynn, if you can hear this, you deserve a hat.
Oh, did you see the two Rockies hats that she bought? She got her a couple of sweet hats out there in Colorado.
They were very nice hats.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm about to go look at them now.
So, we do have the 16 for the alt ID going on, but Ed and Patrick, or sorry, you're Patrick. Hi, Patrick. Ed and Eric are not here, so I don't know how we're going to do that yet, but there are two minor league things we do need to talk about.
Okay.
And first, I want to talk about the Edmonton Riverhawks from the West Coast League. They unveiled a new food identity in the green onion cakes.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds intriguing. I like green onions and I like cake. So
I will say this from a team from that level, I think it's a top tier logo.
Yeah,
Patrick,
agree with that.
Hey, can you pull that up?
Can I what?
Can you pull that one
Pull
up?
it up.
I guess.
I can't do it. I can't share. I can't screen share. You guys have to do that.
No, just give me a minute.
Sure thing.
Let's see. And am I right in saying that this is only a jersey and not a hat, if I'm not mistaken?
I know it's a jersey. If there's a hat, I have not seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen one either, so it may just be a jersey. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let me do this real quick. Thank you all for being patient because this is such, as I said, we are such a professional outfit here. Let's see what we got.
Chaz just did a ballerina move again. He wasn't talking to anybody on the broadcast, but he still threw it wide at the first baseman. So anyway,
I love the
that is
jersey.
a fantastic logo.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. I love the jersey. I like that. When it's a team in the lower levels that aren't affiliated, the fact that they put the money and the effort into this shows that they're a part of the community. This is a home run for me completely.
It's a home run for me too. I think it's and honestly, I was impressed with when Edmonton first got in the league. I think they've been professional from day one personally, and I've had dealings with them, and they've been first class whenever I've had dealings with them. So there's a T-shirt with the green onion cake, and then there's the players with it, and I secretly love that Edmonton Riverhawks hat. That's an outstanding hat.
Yeah, I mean, even if they didn't want to do a hat with the logo, because there may be some expense involved of trying to get that embroidered, it would be cool if they did a green hat with just a GO on it or something like that.
Yeah, they have they get New Era hats, so that's another added expense. So that Riverhawks hat that you're seeing is actually, I think they're still New Era, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's been I hope that in the future that they do that hat, but is it just me, Donnie, or does that hat don't know why it reminds me of like not The Simpsons, but like just like one of these modern cartoons. I mean, that the quality in that is just outstanding.
Yeah, it does kind of have a little bit of a it does kind of have a little bit of a Simpson-y sort of look to the cartoon, or actually more like a what's the other one? There's another one that there's another cartoon. I can't think of it right now. It kind of really.
Oh, and here's Lynn. And here's Lynn, by the way. After
Okay,
a week in Denver, I'm 50 miles west of Lincoln. She's going to the Salt Dogs game with Steven and Katie Erickson. Very good. That's two-time designated eater, Steven Erickson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's awesome, Lynn. Lynn, I'm having to go to your Instagram page, I think, to see, because for some reason your Twitter page isn't coming up at the moment, and that's probably a me problem. Oh, Lynn, you got some outstanding hats. Good for you.
Yeah, those were some fantastic ones there.
Yeah. And by the way, in the chat, what do you guys think of the Green Onion Cakes logo? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Oh,
speaking of designated eaters, real quick, I don't know if you saw, but I ran into another designated eater in Asheville on Sunday. He sat behind us and we got talking, and turns out that he and his buddy, they were finishing up a 6-day, 8-game road trip. And they were actually at Rickwood Field last Wednesday when we were all there. And
that's awesome.
They happened to be sitting in the seats behind me and Eric and Joe in Asheville on Sunday to finish their trip. But they were from Greensboro area of North Carolina.
You should have asked what they were wearing to see if we actually remembered who they were, because
so
there's a good chance we probably told them.
Yeah, I looked up Alan's Instagram page. So like I said, we were talking to them and we're talking about baseball trips, and that's when we found out they had been at Rickwood. And I said, I asked him about taking a picture, and I said, give me your Instagram handle so that I can tag you. And as soon as he said his Instagram handle, Eric whipped around like whiplash. I was like, I think you're already following me. And he was. So Alan was already following Eric's page and social media. So I look back, they were actually sitting on the first base side.
Is Alan Hand by any chance?
Yes, it was.
Alan Hand?
Oh,
yeah.
I think he follows me.
Yeah, he follows me too.
Yeah. So
go figure.
He was sitting behind us in Asheville, and we just randomly ran into him, got talking to him, and said something about Ben Hill, and because he had one of the baseball cards of Ben Hill's to get autographed at the stadium or something. And we got talking about designated eater, and I'm like, I just did that a few weeks ago for Ben. So we were fellow designated eaters, fellow Rickwood game attendees, all in the same week.
Look at that. Again, Donnie knows a guy. Shocking.
Hey, Lynn.
I do now.
Lynn, when you go to that Salt Dogs game with Steve and Caden Erickson, let them know I say hi, and I feel bad for missing them at Trash Panda game for probably like 3 years ago when I recognized them and didn't say anything. I still feel bad about that because it's one of those things where it's like, he's not going to know who I am, and I should have said something.
Yeah, that's
Virgil, you know what happens? You know what they say, what happens when you assume?
Yep, that's true. That's true.
And Lynn says she almost packed her designated eater t-shirt. I wish Ben was still doing the t-shirts. I asked him about the t-shirts, and he said right now that's kind of an issue he's got with MLB right now. So I don't know. Maybe he'll come around to get some, and I'll be able to get one day. But that was the one thing I didn't get was the shirt.
Well, Phil has an extra Myrtle Beach and Asheville ice cream helmet if anyone wants them.
I have a stack of Asheville helmets if anybody wants them. The only difference in them, they are more royal blue now than they've been in the past. They usually have been a
really?
navy blue.
That's different.
And yeah, I'll let me grab one real quick. I'll show you.
Yeah. So I know it's just the three of us, but do we want to do?
Wait a minute.
Hold on,
Phil, happy birthday! First of all, I am very sorry about the Braves. You know how they are in one-run games because it's classic Braves. But despite that, I hope you were having a good day, and happy birthday to you, my friend, from your friends at the DHC Sports Show. So right now, our show since the other ones disappeared.
So are we just going to ignore that my birthday was Sunday and you guys didn't say anything?
Did you tell us it was your birthday?
Oh, no, I didn't. Of course I didn't. I don't tell anybody it's my
Well,
birthday.
okay. Well, then happy birthday. I'm going to put it on the calendar now that I know that. I'm going to go back.
No,
I can't
honestly,
believe I forgot.
like to me,
I'm
it's
so
just
sorry,
another day.
Virgil.
It's just another day. I don't really care. I just wanted to give you shit about it.
Well, so I'm gonna do something we've never done on the DHC Sports Show. I'm gonna sing happy birthday to both Virgil and Phil.
Oh God!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Phil and Virgil, also known as Big Bracket Daddy. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Happy birthday, guys.
Appreciate that. Okay, hold on. Pull up Lynn's comment for a minute because I want to talk about this for a minute.
Just real quick. I want to show you all these real quick. We'll get the comment.
Lynn, I am so upset that I did not know you when this was happening because I was at those games. I only found out about you maybe not even 3 months afterwards. So, I mean, I'm very upset I never got to know you beforehand. But did you guys show the Wisconsin Brats new logo by any chance?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, let's pull up that the new logo.
Yeah, I want to show you all the helmets real quick. So this is the old Navy one. The hats this year are royal blue. The logo's a little smaller. So for all you collectors, there's your difference right there.
I could have no. Now I think about it, I do have that black one. It's not royal blue. You're right.
Yeah, it's a super dark navy. Anyway.
So I always like seeing alternates of alternate logos. I'm assuming they have a Bratzuka or something like that because you can't have that logo and not shoot brats into the field.
Yeah, they're actually going to be the Wisconsin Flying Brats.
Flying Brats.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, if Montgomery can shoot biscuits into the crowd, then these guys should be able to shoot brats.
So, and there's the tweet and everything too, or the post.
Oh, that's a fantastic.
It said you'll be better on the lookout for flying brats this summer.
Okay.
So, but here's a better look at the logo again. Let me go through a few. From the side, but here's the one from the front.
I like that a lot. I think that's a good logo.
I like it too. I like it too. Yeah, that's another solid effort from the team in Appleton. So
I agree.
Yeah.
So that's it for the minor league baseball. So would you guys like to make some picks?
Yeah, and we can make picks for Eric and Ed for them because they decide just to cut out in the middle of the
where's
the stream.
Is that not at the game? Where is he at?
They probably have left the stadium and driving home because Ed's headed back to the house and Eric and Joe are probably headed to the hotel. So
I'm sure they are,
unless they're going to do something after the game.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if they're listening and not on camera, then they can at least text in like Eric did last week.
That's true.
Their picks if they want to.
But we are on a schedule with this, and I don't want this to lag it as longer as it needs to be.
Yeah. Do you need me to pull up this or can you pull it up, Virgil?
You just need to pull it up, and once you pull it up, I can take control.
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome to the DHC Alternate Identity Tournament, the Soothing 16. And why is it soothing? Because soothing is an alternate word for sweet. So, as course before we go over our logos for these are not the food logos or the Copa logos, just kind of what's in between the miscellaneous. So let's talk about the breakout first. This is what we have remaining. So we've got 6 in AA still hanging around, 1 in AAA, 3 in high A, 3 in low A. And by the way, I just want to make a point in this. The 3 in low A, all of them advanced from the round of 32. They had 3 going into that, and all 3 of them moved on.
That's crazy.
Solid identities.
Yeah. Then we got the
That's
Futures and the Pacific and the Defunct. All of them also had 1 going into it, and they've also moved on. So, of course, we got some strong logos coming up here. And I will just go ahead and say I have looked at these matchups already because, of course, I'm running the master bracket here, and I will be surprised if they will have clear answers on quite a few of these because some of these are pretty hard that I don't even think I have an answer for. So, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right. We got our first game here. We're in the beach region. Pensacola Mullets against the Asheville Hippies.
If this is how we're starting, this is not going to be fun.
I know, this is going to be painful right here. Oh my gosh.
You guys have no idea what's coming up.
Well, like you
so
said, if
before
this
we
is
make
how
our
we're
pick-
starting out, this is going to be tough.
There's at
So
least there's 3 matchups in here that I looked at, and I'm like, they're not going to pick. It's going to take days for them to pick.
All right, Ms.
Rhonda's made the first pick.
Okay.
What I was going to say is I was at a conference over the last few days, and there's a guy there that loves hats as much as I do. And he was asking me what my favorite hat was. Like, we were sitting in the back talking about hats, and he said, "What's your favorite?" And I said, "It's like picking a kid, right? That I don't have, but it's like picking your favorite kid." And this, and I don't know why, but this reminds me of that with having to do this. So. Yes, Phil, Asheville is in the beach region because it's beaching. Asheville's beaching, that's why. Man.
I'm going to go with Rhonda. I'm going to go with the Hippies on this one. I love that mullets one, but I gotta stick my love out there for Asheville. I love everything that Asheville does and has, so I'm sticking with them.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'd probably have to edge it with the Hippies, but man, it pains me to pick against the Mullets, but I think I really like what they've done with that hippie. I love Mr. Moon anyway, but turning Mr. Moon himself into a hippie is pretty epic. So I'm gonna have to go Hippies as well.
Okay.
And Virgil, what would you pick?
I would have picked the Mullets because to me, I like ones that have double meanings. Because a mullet is a fish and also has the hairstyle.
True.
To me, that is a perfect logo for Pensacola, in my opinion. But I can't argue against the Hippies because, Asheville. If you've been to Asheville, you kind of know.
But we don't really know who's moving on yet because of Eric and.
Well, I can tell you this: Eric doesn't like this Hippies logo. He likes the old one, so he would probably pick mullets. If I had to deduct his pick, that's what I would say.
And Ed is ironic; he picked the mullets because he has no hair. So,
but Rhonda has picked the Hippies.
That's true.
And like I said,
That's
I'm
true.
only working with who's here. If they complain about it, they are not here.
Yep.
That's their problem.
The judge has spoken.
Big Bracket Daddy has made himself abundantly clear.
Like I said, they knew we were doing this on Tuesday. That's all I'm saying. Chattanooga Wreckers against the Tulsa Noodlers.
Dang.
And
now I think the other two would honestly pick the Noodlers because I I don't think they were as big on the Wreckers logo as Donnie, as you and I were, but that's
Correct.
not speaking for you, but if I remember correctly from the previous round, that was the case. And I know how Virgil feels about the Wreckers logo.
But see, you say that,
but that was what I was
over
going to say. But I was going to say, but look who they're facing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, I got to go the Noodlers only because I love the Wreckers logo and I love that hat. I really do. But that lime green and the things that you can do with the Noodlers logo and that identity, and just because of how, I don't know, like they're both local, but because of how uniquely local the Noodler thing is, I'm going to go with Tulsa.
Donnie?
Rhonda's picked the Wreckers.
She has picked the Wreckers. I love that Wreckers logo, and I've never been a huge fan of the Noodlers. I'm going to have to go Wreckers in this one.
So out of all the matchups, this was the hardest one for me because I love both logos. But to me, Noodlers I had no choice but to switch to water at this point. Noodlers to me is the better logo because that's the idea of what noodling means, especially in the state of Oklahoma. It's as regional as you can get. And I know Chattanooga has the Record Museum. I know that. But for me, it's Noodlers.
Well, Virgil, I have a question based on what you just said.
Yes.
You were talking about Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
What's the name of that team that's in Stillwater?
That is the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Oh, okay. Go Pokes.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Go Pokes.
Who also have a phrase called "Go Pokes."
Thank you, sir. I just wanted to make sure that I knew that. I just needed to be reminded of that. Thank you.
Virgil, I think you need to start a tally board of how many shows he works that in.
I don't need.
I am never going to not work that in. Go Pokes is a part of this show.
It is the catchphrase of this show. But at some point, Patrick, we have to take you, and by we I mean me. I need to take you to Eskimo Joe's because you have to have.
I want to go to Eskimo Joe's.
You have to have those cheese fries. Because I sat there with Chris Storm, and we had the sweet pepper bacon cheese fries, and you got to have those.
I will go on a road trip just to have those.
Donnie, you need to go have them too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I definitely think that sounds like something I need to do.
Speaking of Chris Storm, by the way, did you know that he met Ben Hill?
No.
When?
No, not Ben. I'm sorry. No, not Ben Hill. He met MLB promos. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
That's even more surprising to me.
Yeah, he met promos. Yeah, they were at a
very cool.
Was he in Oklahoma City?
I think they were at the. I think it was the Flag City Sluggers game.
Oh, that's right. He
opening
is
night. Opening night at the Flag City Sluggers. Ooh. Well, Lynn, it's funny you say that.
Ooh.
About bingo cards.
So I talked about it last week, and Donnie, I'm still waiting for your template.
Oh, yep. Sorry,
yeah,
I will get that to you.
We will be making bingo cards for the CBM meetup. So what we will be doing is it's kind of like, hats or shirt, just hats. But no, I will do shirts too. But just random leagues, maybe some teams that will be involved, and we're going to do a bingo card and to see if anybody can match up the five to see what they see at the Chicago Dogs and the Schaumburg Boomers. And whoever wins that, we'll see what we can work out.
Yep.
I can't make any promises.
It's gonna be fun.
I can't make any promises because, it's Ed's operation. I don't want to overpromise anything.
Well, if nothing else, we'll find a way to come up with a hat or something.
Yeah, something. We'll work out something.
Yeah.
Maybe a picture with me. I mean, that's worth millions of dollars, I think. Okay. You guys ready for the next one?
Like MasterCard, that's priceless.
Next game, and this is the one I'm kind of the most interested in.
Ooh.
San Jose Beer Batters against the Vermont Maple Kings in the Boom region.
So Virgil, I'm going to say something. I've not made a decision yet, but I am going to say that San Jose Beer Batters logo. It took you bringing it back into this. Excuse me, everybody.
Bless you.
Sorry, that was not supposed to be the response. Excuse me, everybody.
I'll be right back to you.
But that San Jose Beer Batters logo. I forgot how much I love that logo. I forgot how much I love it, and wouldn't have known until you brought it back. So
this is actually kind of the funny thing about this. Both of these logos I forgot about until I started researching it. And so it's like that's what I love. That's what I love about doing stuff like this, like finding these names. Yeah. Like I fell in love with both of these again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is so Phil said Vermont. Yeah. And these are both, if I remember correctly, these are both Brandiose logos.
They look pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the San Jose one you kind of forget about because you think about the churros, but you forget about the Beer Batters a lot.
And the churros we will see later in the Copa tournament.
Right.
Yeah, and then so Rhonda said Maple Kings.
I'm gonna jump in here real quick because I love the San Jose Beer Batters. I've got family that live there and everything, but this hat right here with that liquid chrome,
yeah.
I mean, that is a fantastic, and I love it's got the little crown logo on the back.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, you got the 3930.
Yeah,
that's a Neoplex.
Yeah, this is what I love about 3930. Well, yeah, 3930s, and is they always have something really cool on the back of them, and that's why they're.
I forgot about that alternate look that they did.
Yeah,
I forgot about
that liquid chrome. I mean, look at the reflection in there and stuff. I mean, so I'm going with the Maple Kings myself.
Yeah,
That sounds fantastic, Phil. Absolutely fantastic.
It does. And then Lynn was in Vermont last summer. Man. You know what? I'm going to have to go San Jose Beer Batters. I don't know. Maybe on a different day I'd make a different decision. Yeah, well, I think you could put this in front of me in 5 different days and I'd probably have different answers every day. But
yeah.
For some reason tonight, that Beer Batters one is just sticking out to me. I love that one. So,
oh God, this one's so hard. I'm not even trying to be like funny. This is hard because
this is a tough one.
Like I said, the Beer Batters for me was someone that I kind of forgot about, and I added because that's a strong logo. The Maple Kings almost didn't make the tournament. I found out. I don't want to say found out. The only reason why they made it was because I decided to actually Google the Futures League teams to see who was still around. I was Vermont Lake Monsters was like, oh, let's see what they have. And the Maple Kings, I saw that. I was like, that's got to be in. Looking at these two, it's got to be Maple Kings for me. That is a strong. That's a strong logo. The main reason for it fits the area.
Yeah,
Beer Batters can really fit anywhere else. Say sure, but Beer Batters, like if you told me it was Omaha Beer Batters or Columbia Beer Batters, I was like, okay, that's cool. But Vermont Maple Kings, that's Vermont.
Well, yeah, and Virgil, I don't want to correct you, but you said the main reason. It should really be the Vermont reason, right?
Oh.
Well done. I saw that one coming.
That's good.
Yep. I'm done for tonight. I'm stopping at that one.
It's Vermont. That was one of the biggest surprises seeing that logo again, and it's like, oh, that's going to be a good one to add. So it's Vermont.
No arguments from me. Absolutely none.
Okay.
So
Next
before we
logo.
move on, like, does that mean that on the last one, didn't we have like a tie? So how did we decide what goes on in that other one? Wasn't there a tie?
No,
No, because
you were the only one.
Go ahead.
No, not on the Maple
say,
Kings one, but the one before that. Weren't we 2-2? Yeah, wasn't it 2 for Wreckers and 2 for Noodlers? Because Donnie, you and Mrs. Mayor
Rhonda
picked
both.
Wreckers, and
Yeah.
Donnie and I and Virgil and I picked Noodlers. So how do we decide who goes
We
on?
did.
Do we do like a coin flip? Am I wrong, or isn't that how we picked?
Okay.
That is how we picked.
I'm going to download a coin flip app. Give me 1 minute because I don't have a coin on me.
I can get a coin.
Can you get a coin?
I can get one, yeah.
Get a coin. Okay. As you can tell, this is a very professional outfit that we do here. Okay, let me know when you have it.
Yeah. What kind of coin? Do you want a quarter or what?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
As long as it's not 2 heads.
Yeah, I should have specified that. Okay.
I promise it's not.
Do you have your quarter? Or whatever you have?
Yes, sir. I do have a coin.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
Lynn suggests a round robin rock, paper, scissors for the tiebreaker. That's funny.
But between who? Okay. Wreckers is heads. Tulsa is tails.
Okay. So do you want me to flip it and then catch it and then flip it back over?
Yes. That's how I usually do it.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The first live coin flip on the DHC Sports Show.
This is
1,
riveting.
2, 3.
This is like old school NFL half overtime.
I am so pumped for this.
So what do you think it is?
I'm gonna say tails.
I'm gonna say heads.
You would be correct, Mr. Big Bracket Daddy. It's tails.
So Tulsa Noodlers move on due to coin flips.
Woohoo!
Man, I have not felt this much excitement since the last time we did this.
Yeah. And people think
Shouldn't
that the
both
NCAA
logos get the ball at least once in overtime?
I was going to say, and
Johnny, I swear to
and think
God,
that
we're not going to get deeper into this.
2 out of 3.
said,
2
and
out of
people
3.
think
Come
that
on.
and people think the NCAA tournament's exciting. Well, we just do coin flips on the DHC Sports Show.
All right, so one that I do not think will involve a coin flip. Moo Region, Wichita Turbo Tubs against the Staten Island Pizza Rats.
Pizza Rats.
Yeah, I love the Pizza Rats logo. I got to go Pizza Rats.
I'm pretty sure that's 2-0. Unless, what does Rhonda think? Pizza. Okay.
I know.
We want Pizza Rats.
Yeah. Virgil, am I right in saying you'd pick Turbo Tubs?
Turbo Tubs. I've already gone on my Pizza Rats rant.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Again, if we had to, I would assume Eric would pick Wichita, but Ed would probably pick Pizza Rats.
I don't think Eric would have picked Wichita. I think he would have picked Pizza Rats.
Okay.
Okay. Next game. Oh God, another tough one for me at least. Biloxi Beach Chickens against the Salem Beer Mongers.
This is an easy one for me. I'm going Beach Chickens. I like the Beer Mongers logo is cool. It's kind of a cool cartoony logo, and against anybody else, it might be a closer thing, but that Beach Chickens is fantastic.
Okay. Patrick?
Donnie, are you on a Biloxi peace tour? Because you've done nothing but hate them for weeks.
I have not hated on them. I have not hated on them at all.
Oh, please. Yeah. Yeah. King cakes and all. You've been just hating on Biloxi and poor Mississippi.
I don't hate the King Cakes logo. I hate that you guys chose it over the grits. That's what I hated.
Donnie, no amount of love for the Beach Chickens will erase the stain of hate that you have for the King Cakes.
Yeah,
Just-
and by the way, unless I've seen something different in the news, you have not received a pardon for that egregious crime of yours.
Nope.
Yep.
Like I said,
By the
I had
way,
to go on that Biloxi apology tour. Like, man,
yep,
you owe me.
yep. That was big of you to do, Virgil. By the way, that was really big of you to do. I will say this too. I like the Biloxi 4th of July logo too. I think that one looks really solid. That was the other one that caught my eye.
I like that one.
Well, I think I always love the Biloxi Shuckers logos. I know Donnie hates them, but it's. Yeah, anyways.
What?
Oh, Lynn said that Eric would have picked Turbo Tubs. Interesting. Rhonda picks Beach Chickens. For me, it's Beach Chickens as well. I love the beer mongers. I think it's an underrated logo, but I think it's the green and like that pink that really does it for me with the Beach Chickens. I really love that one.
I too would have picked Beach Chickens. I love the Beer Mongers logo. In fact, I ran into somebody earlier this season at the Trash Bandits game that wore a Salem Beer Mongers hat, and he was impressed that I knew what it was. So I said I like that logo a lot, but Beach Chickens is too strong.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, Clearwater Beach Dogs against the Toledo Mud Crawlers. So I am already going to go ahead.
This is cruel and unusual punishment, by the way.
I'm going to go ahead and give Beach Mud Crawlers 1 because I know Ed would have picked them.
Yeah.
Give them 2 because I think I'd go Toledo Mud Crawlers as well.
Oh, okay. Donnie, what do you think?
That's hard because I love the Beach Dogs.
Rhonda has picked
Yeah.
Beach Dogs.
Yeah, and I've said a dog on a surfboard is hard to beat. I love that Mud Crawlers because I always love a Jeep, and I love my little ducks here. Man, there's just something too cool about the Beach Dogs. I got to go Beach Dogs.
Oh, God, this is a tough one.
And I didn't do that to purposely put you on the.
No. I don't think.
BS. We all know you did.
No,
Yeah.
there's one later that I know he's going to do that to me too, but not this one.
Next thing he's going to say is he doesn't hate Biloxi.
I'm still surprised that the Mud Crawlers beat the Diners. And maybe
Yeah, but that Mud Crawlers is so cool too, though.
maybe because I don't have a Jeep to it. I know it's like Toledo's really like first true alternate identity. But for me, I love the Beach Dog logo a lot more. I
Yeah, the
don't
tongue out, the baseball in his hand on the
the baseball
surfboard.
hand, the surfboard, like that just kind of fits that area.
Yeah.
The
So to
power of
me,
a Basset Hound is real, isn't it?
Hey, it's the Beach Dog for me.
I was going to say the love for your Basset Hound is real, isn't it?
Well, not necessarily because I turned down 2 other dog logos and the Arkansas Dizzies didn't even make the tournament. Sorry, the Arkansas Dizzies, I should have said.
Arkansas, yeah.
Which I love that name, but that logo is kind of lacking to me. Oh, dear Lord.
Compared to the other ones, it is.
I saw the Diner matchup. You guys are going to have a hard time with that one. Next game.
Great.
Dub C Seal Slingers against the Columbia River Rooster Tails.
Golly. You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah.
Again, this is cruel and unusual punishment. Guys, do you think I would be doing this to make this easy? No. You have to think about this.
You would not. You'd make this as hard as it possibly can be.
Absolutely. Wait till you guys get the Copa.
I think for me, just because I've been such a big fan of it for so long, I've got to go Steel Slingers.
Okay. Donnie?
Yeah, again, I've said before, I like the Seal Slingers logo, although I was a Fish Sticks voter. So I'm gonna have to, but that rooster tail, the rooster in that boat, I got to go Columbia River Rooster Tails.
Eric would have probably picked the Rooster Tails, but I know Ed would.
This is the Battle of Washington, isn't it?
This is the battle. This is the Washington battle right here.
Yep.
To me, it is Seal Slingers. That's just such a good logo. I still don't understand why that's not their primary. I don't get it. I know Fish Sticks won, but to me, like, I look at that seal. Like, I wore the Seal Slingers hat at Rocket City last year, and that was probably one of my most talked about hats. Like, people could not believe that was a thing. And that's how
Does
you
that
know
mean we
you
have to do this again? Do we have to do another coin toss?
I think we have to do a coin toss.
Yeah.
Heads, Seal
All right.
Slingers, tails, Rooster Tails, which kind of fits.
Well, I was going to say, considering that tails is in the name, okay, you can see.
Okay.
Let's see. There's heads. There's tails, since Donnie
Okay.
seems to think I have a double-sided coin. Okay.
I would have made that.
1, 2. I know you wouldn't, Virgil, but Donnie certainly would. 1, 2, 3. We have heads.
Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that. So Dub C moves on. I apologize to Eric the Peanut Guy. I apologize to everybody who picked Rooster Tails. But the choice of chance moves on to the Seal Slingers.
And if
What happens
Patrick
when he
wasn't
slings
Patrick,
deals?
I would question him, but I'm not going to question him.
Next game, Wisconsin Udder Tuggers against the North Arkansas Eric when he sees a pig logo.
Ooh.
Oh, and by the way, just to let people know, we're not done. Like, this is the Sweet 16. I still got the Elite 8 to do. Like, we're not done.
Yeah.
Give me the growling chickens.
Ed, are you perfectly fine with the results that have happened previously?
Sure. How
There's
many have you
one-
done so far?
We're halfway through.
Okay.
There's one you're not going to agree with, but we'll get to
Of course
there.
I'm not.
But we used the scientific method of a coin flip on 2 of them.
Scientific method, my ass.
Well, if
Yep.
it was anybody other than Patrick flipping the coin, I would question them, but I'm not questioning his integrity.
Who loves to?
So that's one for growling chickens.
I'll show myself out.
Donnie and Patrick.
Oh man.
For me, it's the Udder Tuggers.
Whatever, bro. That's why your face is covered.
You what?
Donnie, you're technically the tiebreaker here.
Wow. I love that growling chickens. I don't necessarily like the colors, the red and yellow colors sometimes. And I've never been a big fan of the Udder Tuggers, but I'm going to go Udder Tuggers on this one.
See, I got a theory already for Donnie. If Donnie
Yeah.
starts talking good about the first team, that he will always pick the second team, no matter what.
No, not all, well, more times than not. I won't say always.
If you start talking, I was like, I really like the growling chickens,
I preface
but I
it,
don't
you're
like
right.
the colors. Give me the Udder Tuggers.
I have caught up on that too.
Have you? Okay, because I thought I was the only one.
Okay, now I'm going to have to change my methods.
So guys,
No, that makes 3 of us that know that he does that.
that is it.
Hey, I didn't know I was tipping my pitches. Okay, I got to.
Yeah, you gotta fix that. So that is it for the round of 16.
Listen, you have to do something when it takes them 30 minutes to make a decision.
Right. So that is it for the round of 16. So I am going to build up the round of 8, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. you guys are in for a lot of decision making here, because some of these matchups
are tough.
Pretty damn hard.
Well, it was hard enough on the 16, and then the ones we put through are fantastic.
Oh, it's going to get worse.
I know.
But while I'm doing that, I want you guys to talk about something while that's going on. So the NCAA has decided that colleges can pay players directly. After years of fighting back and forth with it and realizing that they kind of were out of their scope with it, colleges can now pay their players. So
I saw that.
What do you guys think of that? And is this actually good for college sports, or is this going to be pretty much the end of college sports the way we know it?
Oh, I think the way we know college sports ended in a couple of years ago.
It's professional sports.
Yeah, it makes it harder and harder for me to enjoy supporting my school at this point, because it's just the athletes don't stick around. The players aren't committed to the school for the love of the school. So I don't know. It's just hard for me. I mean, I guess it's good for the kids in a way, but the jumping around just annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah, there has to be some change, but at the same time, I'm like, these colleges were making so much money off of these players. At the same time,
I can't blame them.
Well, my issue with it is kind of, not an issue, but my question with it is kind of more like, we talk about like the SEC schools and all that. Like, okay, sure, they'll be fine, but what about like a MAC school? Like, how's that?
They're done.
Yeah, how's that going to work for a Kent State or a Toledo, for example?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're not going to be able to keep up with it and try to keep all these players unless they get like a lot of ex-students to donate money at that point, right? Boosters and shit like that. So it's not gonna. It ain't good.
Patrick, what are your thoughts?
I don't think that the fact that the colleges are paying players themselves changes the fact that I agree with Donnie that I think that the sport changed already with the paying of the players with no controls. Now I was a fan of, I've always been pro players getting paid, but I don't like it with the no controls, that whether that came in because of what happened in COVID or for another reason, but it's definitely changed the game, and now that you have guys that are not playing for the love of the game, they're just they're now acting like pro athletes and debating whether they want to play in college football playoff games because they're not sure if they want to get they're not sure they're getting the payout that they want, and it just kind of changes the whole thing. I still don't love the NCAA, because I think they ruined it. They were doing their own job in ruining it, but I think we went a complete 180 instead of actually trying to make things better. You went from one extreme to the other extreme.
Yeah, it's just I don't love college sports as much anymore as I used to because of all of this mess.
I agree. We'll see how it goes. I mean, because there's going to be some teams, some sports that are going to suffer the most as well, right? So,
because I mean, just like with the conferences, you've got SEC and Big Ten kind of bullying everybody else, and we're the best conferences. Y'all are going to do what we say, kind of thing. And it's just like, you know what? All the conferences, including ACC, have gotten too big and too diluted. And, you're not Atlantic Coast anymore. You're not Southeastern anymore. It's like you're not Big Ten when you got 20 freaking teams. So none of it means anything to me anymore. And I'm not trying to be the old get off my lawn guy that's like, I wish it was like it used to be.
You're right.
It's just you're selling a bill of goods that's a bag of shit. Sorry. It just is.
Well, that's pretty good.
I like that.
Yep.
So.
Well, I mean, do you feel like... I kind of look at the Big 12 and the ACC, for example, and I know ultimately I feel like it's going to be where the SEC, the Big Ten, assimilates that conference, both those conferences.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is kind of the next step to it.
Yeah, I mean, what do you end up with? 2 30-team conferences?
Well, it's pretty
What's
much
the point of that?
At that point, you're at the NFL, like it's corporatized football.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
and in all sports, you're going into like I always use basketball as an example. You're going into off seasons where you're like, or baseball teams where you're like, we don't even have a team because half the team is there at the transfer portal. And I know this is an issue that we're talking about, but I think there's an issue having 2 transfer portals, and when those transfer portals open, that are the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Particularly that second one that happens during like in the middle of like bowl season.
Right.
Like, how does that help anybody?
It doesn't.
Yeah. Then you can't, and I think that's going to be a problem in the future when you've got people like you're trying to get people to sponsor bowls. Why am I going to do that if I don't think some of the bigger names, they may or may not be there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious how that's sustainable, honestly, because I feel like it's definitely not. It feels like it's a short-term goal more than anything.
Well, the bowls are going to end up being sponsored by different people every year because you're not going to have somebody that's going to pay a lot of money for multiple years. If things start going bad, they're going to be like, yeah, I'm not out. And then you're going to have, the best analogy is like all of a sudden you have .commerce coming in and I guess the such and such bowl this year. And it's like, what is that? And it's just because somebody's got a bunch of money and the next year they probably don't even exist.
So people look out for the DHC bowl that will be coming up soon.
Ooh, now we're talking. We're going to do some like what? Mac school and what else?
Sunbelt.
Oh, I like it. Sunbelt and Mac schools. I like it. Let's do it.
So
fuck you, John Boy. Step aside.
Something else to talk about. By the way, we'll start our news segment this week in Crystal Palace. So, Nottingham Forest is complaining to UEFA about the Crystal Palace Europa League place because Crystal Palace is kind of having problems financing going into the league. So, Donnie, as the big Crystal Palace fan that you are, what do you think of that?
It's a bunch of crap. I really don't know what to think of that because I don't know anything about that.
They're too cheap pretty much to afford to go, and they shouldn't be there in the first place.
Well, again, I've started watching the Wrexham documentary. We're over halfway through the second season, so I'm understanding what you guys are talking about, how things work.
How good is it, by the way?
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm close to buying all my Wrexham gear.
Here we go. We got another Wrexham fan here.
It's absolutely fantastic learning about the game and seeing how it's played and what goes into the leagues and stuff. And it's crazy to me that a team would work so hard to get promoted and then not have the money to be promoted or to handle being promoted.
That's kind of football in a
nutshell. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we want to get up there so we can get more money, but then we got to spend more money to be up there is crazy. So I get that. I understand what that is now. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about somebody like Crystal Palace being in that situation because, if you got to be prepared to be in that situation. That's, not everybody has a couple of Hollywood A-listers supporting them. So.
Love that.
Rhonda's gotten into it. Yeah.
And I'll say this regarding the Crystal Palace situation. The people that lose the most are the Crystal Palace players. This is not this is through no fault of their own. This is their owner, John Textor. And as much as I hate Nottingham Forest doing it, Nottingham Forest has some experience in it because their owner has his hand in multiple clubs as well. Like he owns Nottingham Forest, but he also owns Olympiacos. So he's well aware of the rules that you can't have.
I did not know that.
But isn't Tester
Yeah.
trying to sell his interest in Crystal Palace?
He is,
Get out of it?
but he's been trying to do that for months.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it's
is he?
not-
I don't know enough about the background but I did try to
Well,
read up a
he's-
little bit on the team.
Yeah, he's been
Is he
trying
just
to do it for
Too
months.
much for his share?
Well,
Because you would think somebody would want to buy into it.
True.
well, and am I right? He's the majority owner right now, Virgil. Is that right in Crystal Palace?
Yes, correct.
Or is he a minority? Yeah, he's
He's
the majority
he's
owner.
ma-
and that's
he's-
the problem. Well, I mean, really, it's a problem that he has an ownership stake at all. Is the biggest problem. But
That's
it's just
neither
a
here
shame
nor there,
because
right?
this is the first time that Crystal Palace has won a trophy in their history. So for them to not even get to enjoy Europe, to me, is a crime. Because the other team that he has an ownership stake in, Lyon, I mean, they're going to be seen. They're seen as the top club in this because they finished in a higher league place in their league than Crystal Palace did. So
But-
they're kind of seen, and they kind of technically got in first. They technically got in first.
But it's Lyon and French league.
I agree. I didn't say it was apples to apples. I'm just saying, but looking at it from a FIFA perspective, they're going to look at it that they can't treat one league above the other. Like they can't favor England over France or vice versa. So
Yeah, they can.
when you look at it, you what?
Yeah, they can.
Well, yeah, you can and you will, but
Yeah.
it's, I mean, like, yeah. And my personal opinion, like, I think the team that hasn't gotten a shot to do it should be able to do it. But then you got Lyon fans that would be PO'd. So you're going to make someone, if you're going to make a ruling on this and not let both in, you're going to have someone unhappy.
Well,
That's
and
just-
his argument is that he's been trying to sell it since before they won the FA Cup. So he's like,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to have ownership stake in it. I've been trying not to have ownership stake in it. Nobody's
Yeah.
giving me the money to
Right.
not have ownership stake. I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that nobody's stepping up to pay him is not their problem. It's his problem. But I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I was
just
gonna
surprised
say-
somebody's not willing to pay for it.
I agree with that. So before we go on to our round of 8 matchup, I'm going to say real quick, they are partying in Tashkent tonight because Uzbekistan is going to the World Cup for the first time in their history.
Can we talk about
I know-
how wonderful? Can we talk about what great form the U.S. men's national team is in?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Let's not bring that up.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead,
Let's-
Fish. I'm sorry.
And that's the only way that they're able to get in is because they're hosting the World Cup. That's the
Oh,
only
God.
reason they're
This-
getting.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry. Finish with Uzbekistan. I didn't mean to derail you. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm not going to make assumptions here, but like, if they were not hosting, they would have missed this year. Like, I don't have
100%.
I don't have faith in that team.
None whatsoever. You shouldn't.
But no.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Uzbekistan. I love seeing new teams in, and they are the newest team in. So congratulations for them for making the World Cup. But guys,
And-
are you ready for the round of 8 matchup?
Let's do this. Someone needs to go to bed.
Someone pull it up.
So ready.
Whoever wants to pull it up, please pull it up. Okay. We are in the established 8. And why established? Because it's an alternate word for elite.
Okay, calm down.
So
I'm liking it.
our first matchup, we're in the beach region. The number 1 seed, the Biloxi Beach Chickens, against the Asheville Hippies.
The Biloxi hate campaign is back on, folks.
Give me the beach chickens.
Beach Chickens move on.
Give me the beach chickens.
Donnie?
He is so torn
I
right
love
now.
that beach. I know. I love that Beach Chickens logo. Everything about that Beach Chickens logo is so freaking cool.
We know where this is going.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
We know where this is going.
I love the
See, he hasn't
hippies, but
changed
I'm
his
going
tactic
Beach
very
Chickens. I'm going Beach Chickens. Yep,
Okay.
I'm going Beach
Don't
Chickens.
do that just because I called you out.
We all
No,
knew it was
I-
coming.
Hey, that Beach Chickens has been one of my favorites this whole time. I didn't
really-
want it to
yeah,
come up
it's a
against
nice
the
logo.
hippies.
Man,
I
you must have
love
gotten,
the
you must
hippies
have, you
logo.
must have
but-
gotten pounded. Yeah,
Well,
you
there's
must have gotten
a number-
pounded
there's
in that Biloxi precinct, man.
There's a reason why the number 1 seed. Like, that's a strong logo. I thought that was going to make it through.
Yep.
So
Get us through
Biloxi,
the Elite Four.
Biloxi is partying tonight because that is their second team in a Final Four.
Oh, that's right. On the food item.
Yep. Now they do not have a
Yeah.
Copa, so they cannot go for a three-peat. So, but having two logos represented and both of them making the Final Four, that's a pretty strong group right there.
I dig it.
Definitely.
I dig it.
We're in the Dino region now. Clearwater Beach Dogs against the Tulsa Noodlers. So sorry, Ed, your mud crawlers lost to the Beach Dogs.
But Ed, I'd like to put it on record that I voted for the Mudcrawlers.
I appreciate you. Give me.
They had a good crawl.
Who did the Noodlers beat?
The Noodlers beat the Chattanooga Wreckers.
Oh, I'm okay with that then. Beach Dogs.
Well, I knew
for
that.
me.
Yeah, give me the Beach Dogs as well. And if the Beach Dogs go up against the
Biloxi.
the other dogs, the Biloxi dog, oh my gosh.
Man. You know what? I'm going to make this interesting. Give me the Noodlers.
Well, even if it makes it interesting, it's still 2-1. So
I know.
Beach
Make
Dogs
it 3-1.
Rhonda. No, well, I'm guessing Rhonda's going to go. Oh, no. I want to see what Rhonda has to say.
She has picked Beach Dogs all the way through.
Yeah, she has.
She
I
has.
think
She
she would
has.
say Beach Dogs. She's been, and I don't think she cares for that
She's been
Noodlers logo
consistent.
at all.
Yeah, Noodlers is okay. I mean, it's yeah. I would guess you would pick the Beach Dogs.
Well, Virgil, just for kicks, what would you have picked?
So when I was in
She did.
Clearwater, when I was in Clearwater in 2020, I went to their team store and they did not have any Beach Dogs hats of my size at the time, and that has stuck with me. That has stuck with me for a long time, and I still want a Beach Dogs hat. So it's Beach Dogs.
I like it.
Okay.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice. A good choice. There goes Donnie typing.
What?
There goes Donnie typing.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I have some breaking news for a minute. Congratulations to me. The Walsall Woodchucks have won their game tonight against the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders 7-5. And Patrick, I am so sorry for you. Madison Mounds have lost to the Rockford Rivets 8-4.
What about my team?
Don't worry, because you're going to lose a game, and we're going to have a rain delay, and we're going to come back and be in first place, baby.
Your team is down 5-1 in the bottom. Actually, no, that just went final. Congratulations, Donnie. Kalamazoo Growlers have beat the Kenosha Kingfish 5-1.
Growlers, baby, go Growlers.
And Eric's game is still at the bottom of the 10th right now. So Traverse City may still have a chance, but we'll find out.
What's the updated rankings looking like?
I'm glad you asked that because I can pull that up. Although if you were listening to the show earlier, you would have known that answer.
Kind of busy.
So without updating today's games right now, Patrick is in first. I am in second, but I think that's going to change soon. Just throwing it out there. Donnie with the Kalamazoo Growlers is in third. And, oh dear. Ed, do you really want to know?
Just give it to me.
Ed is last place with Kenosha Kingfish at 7-8, while Eric has pulled up 8-7. But that may change because the Traverse City Pittsburgh game is not over.
Rivet slogan is "Screws are hot." I like that.
I like that one too, yeah.
I'm good with that slogan.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Next game.
By
Seal Slingers.
the way,
Seal Slingers.
Virgil.
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes.
Clearwater Threshers do have the Beach Dogs fitted in all sizes available in store right now.
Oh, I know they have
They
it,
do.
but I'm just saying when I was in store.
Oh, when you were in store. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I do plan on getting one next one down there. Okay. Gotcha. Vermont Maple Kings, the Cinderella of the tournament against the Seal Slingers. Ed has picked the Seal Slingers. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I got to go Seal Slingers.
Because
No.
it's the only choice.
I'm staying with my Vermont Maple Kings.
Okay. And Rhonda, why did you do that?
I'm so glad you did that, Rhonda.
No.
Thank you for doing that,
It's a
Rhonda.
horrible choice. Horrible choice.
It's not a horrible choice, Ed. It's really not. Vermont is such a strong logo. It really is. I like it a lot. It's one of those. It's one of the ones that when I discovered, it's like, oh man, I wish I got a hat of that when they first came out.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the Seal Slingers hat. I have been Team Seal Slinger since the entire thing. It is Seal Slingers for me.
So have I.
That's what I'm talking about. Seal Slingers will never die. Seal Slingers will never die.
Well, congratulations to the Maple Kings making it to the Elite Eight round. But sorry, guys, it is the Seal Slingers.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
And they do have some nice fitted beach chickens hats.
Last game, Wisconsin Udder-Tuggers against the Staten Island Pizza Rats.
Pizza Rats, baby.
Ooh. That's a tough one.
Pizza Rats.
Pizza
all
Rats.
the way.
Yeah, I got to go
Pizza
Pizza Rats.
So Pizza Rats has swept all of their rounds. I'm going to be
That's
honest
because
with
you're
you
the
guys.
only one. Because you're the only one that hates it.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a little concerned.
It will live forever.
So, Staten Island Pizza Rats.
Listen. Ed's had an edge to him tonight. He puts the Ed and edge, and I'm digging it.
All right,
welcome,
so
baby.
here is our. I'm not going to give it the matchups yet, but here are our final four. We have the Biloxi Beach Chickens, the Clearwater Beach Dogs,
Yep.
the Staten Island Pizza Rats, and the Dub C Seal Slingers.
Good
Oh
Final
my
Four.
gosh.
That's a good one.
That's a really good Final Four.
Good Final Four.
Now,
That's
what
gonna
are
be
the
tough. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough to choose from next week.
Now, what will the matchups be? You have to turn in Thursday to find out.
Man,
I see what you did there, and I appreciate you doing that.
Hey, I got it. Oh, another final. Green Bay Rockers have beat the Traverse City Pit Spitters.
Oh, win streak is over.
Win streak is over. So before we go over what we're doing podcast this week, there is one more thing that we need to talk about in the NFL. Guys, Aaron Rodgers has finally signed for a team.
Oh,
he also had another big announcement. Did you see that?
What was his other big announcement?
he got married.
He got married.
Poor woman.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it.
I'll say it. Poor whoever decided to be like, you know what? Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
man.
marry him. So some poor soul married that man, and that man is going to destroy what is known up to this point as a perennial, good football team.
Don't say perennial good football team. Say perennial mid football team.
All right, mid football team in the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, Ed, I'm presuming you've seen The Little Mermaid, right?
I'm a dad of a 7-year-old
Yes.
girl. Yes, I have seen
Yes.
Little Mermaid.
And do you remember that song, Poor Unfortunate Souls?
Yeah, yes.
That's what I think of when I think of this situation.
I
I
was
was a little
curious
nervous
to
where
get
this was
more
going, but
You what?
I was a little nervous of
Yeah.
where this was going.
Well, do I at least get away with it by making that reference?
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take that one. But I'm trying to find the name of the lady that he.
Someone as crazy as him, probably.
Well, the thing is that it comes out that he was married like a few months ago. So it's like,
Does anybody believe that?
Well, and he's apparently the identity has not been made known.
Does anybody believe that ever? Like at all? Like, do you honestly believe that he's actually married?
I mean,
I think so. I think he probably did. He found somebody that wasn't some well-known person because he dated all these famous people, and I guess he just found somebody that's.
He cloned himself, named her Erin, Erin, and named her Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
He probably met her in some jungle somewhere, or some safari or something. Who knows?
Well, you'll get this one, Virgil. He was on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Oh, that's a deep cut there. All right.
Well, everybody said that he always tore up Pittsburgh when he was with Green Bay. Now he's going to tear up Pittsburgh from within. So,
good job.
Oh wait, hold on. Lynn is asking if anybody wants any swag from the College World Series.
Ooh.
If my team was there, I'd want something with Clemson on it, but not from any of the teams that are there.
Can't say it's not there.
By the way, did you guys hear what Aaron Rodgers said about the significant others of his new teammates? He goes, "Watch out, I'm going to steal her."
So Ed, what do you have going on your podcast this week?
Oh, we finished the episode of Val and I of content creation, social media, and all of that. So, yeah, we finished that.
She's naked.
Oh,
she
God,
was making it.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Rhonda for the win on that one.
That's a killer.
I think Rhonda gets a star every week, but she gets another one.
I think Virgil was ready to spit out anything he had, water, beer, whatever it was. He would have just spit it all over the screen.
If I had water in me, that would have been a horrible spit take. I'm sorry, Ed, what do you have?
This week, Val and I, we finished a conversation on social media, content creation, some tips and things like that we will share. You guys definitely take a look and listen. It is on the YouTube channel, the video as well, as wherever you listen to your podcast.
Patrick, what do you got going on?
So, what's actually going to be released this week when it wasn't released last week is my episode on the Sanford Mainers. It never came out last week. I had so much fun going to Birmingham. I never released the episode, and I want to make sure it gets the week that everyone else gets. So I decided to hold on to it until this week. So for those that don't know, they're New England Collegiate Baseball League, and it's the Sanford Mainers. So check that out tomorrow.
Donnie?
I dig it.
So I've got 3 games with the Fireflies coming up. Thursday night's going to be food fight night, Grits versus the Qs. I will be rejoining Prophet Palooza on Friday when Eric and Joe come to Columbia. So that's going to be a fun night. It'll be the first night of Copa weekend. So
nice.
A lot of fun out there Friday night, bobbleheads. There's going to be a fantastic drone show, second one this season. And then Saturday night, Rhonda and my boys are taking me out to the Fireflies game for Father's Day. And the reason we're not doing the game on Father's Day is that Rhonda and I will be in Charlotte on Sunday for game 2 of the Charlotte Checkers Calder Cup playoffs for Father's Day. So a lot of sports coming up Thursday through Sunday for us.
So is that the final or is that the conference final?
That's the final. They won the Eastern Conference, and we're playing the Canucks. How do you say it? I can't even remember how to pronounce the name of the town. And give me a second, I'll tell you.
Look that one up because I'm kind of curious.
What are you talking about? The
AHL playoff, Calder Cup playoffs. The
Abbotsford.
Abbotsford.
Abbotsford beat the shoot.
Don't they
defeated the Texas Stars. They defeated the Texas Stars. So yes, Abbotsford. The first 2 games are in Charlotte, Friday and Sunday, and then they go cross country. The longest trip in AHL, or second longest trip in AHL playoff history.
Am I right in saying that the Abbotsford Canucks use the Johnny Canuck logo? Is that right?
I believe they do.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
if I remember correctly,
If you
or
pull
at
it
least a
up.
version of the Johnny Canuck logo. You what?
Which is
Yeah, if you-
great logo.
yeah. If you
It's
pull
a
it up, you can see it.
phenomenal. Yeah.
It is a very cool
I just
logo.
remembered. Yeah. So, anyways, didn't mean to go off topic. I thought I remembered that.
No, that was completely on topic with what I had going on.
Yeah. Virgil, what do you have going on?
So Thursday we will be going over the Final Four and the final for the Alt ID tournament, and then on Saturday I will be starting my Michigan/Chicago road trip.
How exciting!
I am looking forward to that. I will be driving up to Lansing for the Lugnuts on Saturday, and I'll be going to their game on Sunday.
That's
And
awesome.
everybody-
So excited for you, bro.
And everybody's getting an Olive Burger hat.
Yes, thank you. Just
Listen,
what we
listen,
want.
if you get one, I'll take it.
Don't waste your money on that.
Yeah, don't.
I'll be curious what they have there for it. Honestly, I know there's probably going to be quite a bit, but I'm already there are two hats from the Lugnuts I'm definitely buying. I'm buying their regular home hat and a Locos hat.
You got to get that Locos hat. That's
Yeah,
such a
Locos
great
hat.
logo.
Yeah, I agree.
Locos.
By the way, this shirt is very comfortable. I just want you guys to know.
Well, if you want Hawaiian shirts,
That is a fantastic.
Which one is that one
Hawaiian shirt
again?
by them.
During Bulls.
Yeah, where'd you get that? Was that the giveaway?
No.
Was that the giveaway?
I bought this one. No, God, no. This is the.
I was
OG
going to say
Sports
that's a heck of a
purchase.
giveaway if it is.
No, baby. This is I got this at this team store, bro.
By the way, the giveaway
You're looking
from
as always, my man.
Fireflies, Donnie, the one that you got for us,
Yes.
it's fire. I absolutely love it.
Yes,
What was
thank
it?
you.
Columbia Fireflies giveaway, Margaritaville giveaway.
Oh, that's cool.
You know,
If you went to Rick, what do you would have
No
got?
fear, Ed. Yours is here.
Oh,
I meant I forgot to take and give it to Eric to bring to you, so that's on me.
Hey, I get to see you next weekend, brother.
That's right. I'll bring it to Chicago. So
Yeah.
I absolutely meant to give it to Eric to bring to you since he was going to see you, and I totally forgot to give it to him this weekend.
How exciting that we get to hang out in Chicago.
Oh,
Wonderful.
can't wait.
I got my
Can't
hotels
wait.
booked for it. I'm ready. It's gonna
I'm
be
so
fun.
ready, man. I was like, oh my God, this is exciting stuff. Although I got to tell you a story. I will tell you the story of my booking of flights after I get there because I don't want to jinx anything.
You should drive like the rest of us.
You know, at this point, honestly, I think the next trip it'll probably be some driving because me and
Yeah.
flying have not been.
You've not been friends.
No. That's why I'm doing that August trip to Cooperstown. It'll be all driving.
Are we all driving?
Yeah, we're driving to Chicago because I'm like, flights right now are stupid expensive, and I don't trust the
Yes, I know.
airlines right now.
And of course, my road trip that I'm going on, the end of it will be the CBM meetup. So
How long do we drive from Chicago to this side of town? This side of the is it Donnie?
I think it's about 14 hours, but we're going to do we're going to go up halfway on Thursday. I think we're going to go to Louisville on Thursday. At least tentatively, the plan is to go to Louisville, catch a Bats game Thursday night, and then drive the rest of the way up on Friday.
Have you been there before?
No.
I'll be curious what you think about that ballpark.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Was like the only place I really wanted to go to Indianapolis, but they're on the road. There was a couple other teams I thought about. They're on the road, so we're going to go to Louisville.
Louisville. Isn't that the place where you're trying to spend more of Ed's money? With official league hats? Oh yeah, there was because there were two.
Affirmative. There's two of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually on their website right now.
But see,
Yeah. Way to go, Donnie.
what these guys don't know is that they're going to have to deal with me being 6 days on the road. So what kind of a person will I be? I don't know. We're going to find out together.
An incoherent one.
I'm not gonna say incoherent. Maybe grouchy. Maybe homesick. We'll find out.
Donnie, I might have you pick me up one of those new official league bats.
Okay.
I just don't know which color.
I like the is it one of them blue, right? Like
The
a light
one-
blue?
the
Yeah, I
blue,
like the blue
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I like
blue
that
one.
one.
The blue one's fire.
Yeah, the blue one is. I like that one.
Yeah.
That other one, the rubber bat. That's such a nice logo.
Yeah, the other one's like green and purple, isn't it?
It's green, purple, and white, kind of off white.
Yeah, I like the blue one better.
I'm such a big fan. Whoa, Mr. Beeson.
Yeah,
Mr.
Lynn,
Mayor.
I was hoping to get to that Cubs game, but it's gonna be too early in the day. So
Yeah, same here. I get there too late. Mr. Mayor, is weird that Fireflies aren't celebrating U.S. Army's birthday on Saturday with the Fort Jackson down the road.
So tonight was actually their armed forces game. So they were having like I don't know how many hundreds of soldiers from Fort Jackson were out there tonight. So I think it was just a timing issue. That's why they decided to do it tonight. They actually had a special ticket package that we could have gotten as well, with some money going to the some of the Fort Jackson something and others.
It's funny, you guys. It's funny that Zach mentions that because the Redstone Arsenal here celebrated the Army's birthday Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So why they didn't do it, when the actual day, I don't know. But they had a big show and all that.
Well, so it was this past Saturday?
Well,
Is that what you mean?
The Army's birthday itself is the 14th, but they celebrated it on the 7th.
Oh, okay. Well, see, the Fireflies, yeah, they would have been on the road on the set, so it may have just been timing of when they were on the road for that one, possibly.
Interesting.
But anyway, yeah, Zach, they were doing that tonight actually, since they have Copa weekend set for the this weekend, and maybe they should have done Copa another weekend.
Man, anyways, guys, thank you for taking the mantle and running with this, and you guys did an amazing job. I greatly appreciate you guys. I don't understand why Eric couldn't show up. I mean, I showed up.
I'm sure the hotel was closer than your house was from Durham too. So
I was about to say.
Although he and Joe may have gone out to a brewery. Who knows?
No. They actually dropped me off.
Oh, they dropped. So they dropped you off. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I told us, like, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, I can meet you guys there. It's not a big deal. Like, no, it's fine. I'm like, all right, fine. Pick me up. So, I'm just giving.
Well, Eric was driving, so that's why it took you so long to get home.
Eric drives like a grandma.
Yeah, so do I. So I can't say anything.
So when I met them Saturday morning at the hotel to do the double dip on Saturday, I said, "Hey, I know where we're going. You want me to drive?" So I drove all day in the rental car. He was like, "Yeah, sure, you could drive," because I knew how to get to everywhere we were going without necessarily having to use the map, and it was just easier. So
it's also eat better at that you drive, because Eric does drive like one grandmother.
I did regret that I didn't find that out, but hearing you say that, I'm glad I didn't. So my regret is gone now.
Love the guy. Great dude. When the speed limit is 70, you go at least 75. Okay, guys. We don't go. We're not talking to you, Slob. Okay, we just.
I'm not saying anything.
Yep. Hey, the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays gave up a three-run homer in the ninth, and they still won 10-9.
My team lost 1-0, so I don't really.
Yeah. Listen, my team just likes to give me a heart attack whenever they play. So.
Yep.
We can't win like.
My team lost to the Terry Franconas.
Oh gosh.
That's right. It's his homecoming.
Yeah.
Good homecoming for him.
Isn't that the team with the Skyline Chili?
Yep. Oh, and by the way, Nick Chubb signed with the Houston Texans, so that was also.
Yes, he did. He sure did.
For Cleveland. Great.
Yeah.
For Cleveland. Great time. Okay, so I'm going to bed. I will see you guys. Okay.
All right.
Hey, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you. We'll see you guys on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you follow all of us on all social medias. If you have not done so, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on your the YouTube channel, so that way you're always in the know when new video drops. And until then, you guys support the minor leagues and go out play some baseball. Okay, go play some baseball, guys.
Good night.
We're gonna take on the world.